Hey guys, welcome to Motoroids.com. My name is Amit Changani and I'm sitting in the Tata Harrier right now. And while we are not supposed to be sharing our opinions with you, I can show what all features are there in the car. And while you may have seen a lot of other things about the car, I thought I'll just do this quick video about this new instrument console that this car has and all the features that are there. So let's see what all wonders does the new instrument console as well as the infotainment system of the Tata Harrier packs. So the first thing that you need to know is that it's a half digital, half analog system. So on the left you have the digital part of it, and on the right you have the analog speedometer, and the tacho is fully digital. It's marked till 6000 rpm, and the readings are like this. The lettering is white and the needle is in blue. You have the engine temperature here. The speedo, as I mentioned, is on the right with white lettering and black dial. Now to cycle through the MID, which is basically about the fuel efficiency and all the other trip data, is very simple. You have to use these two buttons, and this is how you cycle through them. So it shows you average fuel efficiency and distance to empty and instantaneous fuel efficiency as well. But more importantly, you have the power and torque produced display as well, like the Baleno RS and the Ciaz, and this is how it looks. In addition, what you also will see here is let me just show you the fuel gauge also. So the fuel gauge here is very distinctive. If you really look at it, it's empty, and now this is the full mark. So if I just turn it off and turn it on again, see, this is how it goes back, and right now it's showing that it's full. So this may be a little difficult to read for some of you, but this is how it shows the fuel levels. Okay, now there are three modes to choose from, and these are the two buttons that I'll use to show you the modes, and it's more about how they are represented on the instrument console. So there is the Eco mode,
Economy drive mode activated.
the Sport mode,
Sport drive mode activated.
and when you don't choose any of the two,
City drive mode activated.
it's the City mode. Apart from that, also there are three modes which are ESP related, and which is normal. You have the wet mode and you have the rough road mode, and all these three modes again are represented on the instrument console as well, and these control how the throttle response is, and how the ESP controls the power that goes to the wheel as well as the individual braking to give you better performance in wet as well as rough conditions, but that's for later. This is how it looks.
Rough road mode activated. Wet mode activated. City drive mode activated. Wet mode activated. City drive mode activated.
So that's about how this is represented here, and you also have the hill descent control button here, which works at 8 kilometers per hour, and it's represented again at the instrument console. So that was about the basic things, and now we are also going to talk about the infotainment system a little bit. So it's how it functions. It's touch enabled. I cannot tell you my opinion on this as to how good or bad is it, but it's for you to see. The phone with Android Auto enabled has been connected, so Android Auto is functional right now. And if I go to Android Auto and switch to directions and choose one of the destinations. This would also be represented on the instrument console. As you can see, it's showing me that I have enabled navigation now. Let's go back to home. So you have Android Auto, you have the audio setup where you can choose from various different presets, and you can also individually tune the bass, mid and treble. Okay, you can connect Bluetooth audio, you can connect an iPod, that is essentially for the aux in. You also have voice commands. You can go into the radio menu and choose the stations, seek, etc. This car also would give you a rating based on how well or badly you have been driving. So this is the rating in terms of the efficiency, the driving habits, in terms of safety. So wow, I got a 5-star rating. And this is the button, this is the icon for aux. So yeah, so now you can also control the AC through this touchscreen panel, temperature as well as whether you want to recirculate, etc. You want to turn the defogger on, all of that through control. It's all controlled via the touch panel. You can enable or disable the parking aid. You have 3 modes for the rear view camera. You have normal, wide and zoom. This is the source where your music is coming from, AM, FM, audio, through USB, through aux in, iPod, Bluetooth, whatever. And these are the settings. So you have vehicle setup, audio setup, phone setup, volume setup, system setup, and software details here. So things like setting the date, setting the time, pairing a new phone, all of that. Vehicle setup, which includes the park assist, which is actually the parking sensors, etc. All of that is there. So all the settings are there, and that's pretty much it. The icons are pretty simple. It's not a very complicated system, but it works very well. And I hope that this video gave you a good understanding of how the instrument console, the infotainment system, and everything looks together, how it works together. And if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to Motoroids, share it with your friends, and stay tuned most importantly, because we are going to come up with a very detailed review of this car in both Hindi and English by tomorrow when the embargo ends, and we are very sure that you want to know all about this car, including our opinions which are embargoed. Thanks a lot for watching. This is Amit signing off. Rev hard, rev free, and drive safe.